Check, check, 1, 2. Let me just check the audio. All right. Try to lift this up a little bit. That looks better. All right. Oh, let me start the Facebook Live. I'm also doing Facebook Live and YouTube. So, and I'm going to actually put this in a corner. Oop, nope. So I can see your comments. So I can see their comments. So everyone on Facebook, you're actually live. I'm doing the YouTube Live. I'm going to talk about discrimination among photographers. So, hello YouTube. My name is the Panda Photographer. This is an unscheduled live. And the reason why I'm making this live because it seems like every day not another photographer, the same photographer or so-called photographer, videographer likes to make claims and defamation my name as if I did something wrong here. Now, keep in mind that I'm a hard worker at what I do as a photographer, okay? And I'm not a perfect person, okay? I made some mistakes along the way. Everyone does. But for a man to just keep talking behind my back for no apparent reason, mind you, I did nothing to this man. This man continuously wants to disturb the balance between you and I as a community. He wants to separate us. And he does not appreciate a good photographer when he sees one. And the reason why I'm making this video is because another photographer keeps sending me these messages. Another photographer actually. Before it was 2 other photographers. Like, what's the deal between you and him? The problem is between me and him is that he doesn't like when I don't take his advice seriously. And he has to come to a very truthful understanding. You and I are 2 different people from 2 sides of the world. I travel. I speak multiple languages. Not only that, I have 2 citizenships here. So as I travel, I have to be extremely careful. I have to also be my own man. Now, some people may say, why don't you go to your parents? Now, he has said this before, and I want to emphasize, I want to be my own man. I don't want to rely on my parents' money, okay? So as a photographer, I try to do my best, and I've done extremely well. Now, let me just edit this out. Go to... I do well for myself, okay? And I'm not a perfect person, okay? My Instagram right here explains everything to you guys. You guys on Facebook cannot see my Instagram, but at least you guys can see how I do my live streams. I got a 2 light setup here. And the problem is with this photographer or videographer or whatever he wants to call himself, that I never see his work. He never publishes his works. I don't even know if he has a website or not. But the problem is that this guy was actually donating to my cause. And the problem between me and him was that one day I'm really busy and I didn't want to be bothered. And he tries to give me advice. Now, take this with a grain of salt, everyone. I try to listen to everyone's advice. I try to be flexible. But when people start giving me bad advice, when in the back of my head, that's that tiny voice in the back of my head telling me, don't listen to that. That doesn't apply to you. And I don't like the fact that he keeps saying, or they keep saying, this is America. America, so what? This is America. This country was not built by the Americans, that's for sure. Let me tell you that. If I offend someone when I say that, I'm sorry, but think about it. We all make this country what it is today. Now, he's upset that I don't take his advice seriously. And his advice, 90% of it is bad. Because every time I tell him, no, that's bad advice, he gets kind of frustrated. Now, he's a person that's supposed to be about God, okay? But God doesn't send evil or any mischief towards your way. All God does is send love your way. So why are you trying to emphasize to other photographers Don't talk to that guy. That guy always begs for donations. He always does it in his videos. Is it fair for you to donate to another photographer and then say something about me asking for donations as well as many other people on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook ask for donations when they do podcasts or live streams on this platform or on Twitch? That's not fair to say. That's actually someone that just wants to bring the negativity down towards me and also bring the negativity towards you. I'm not perfect, guys. Like I said, this is my Instagram. Guys, go check out my Instagram. You guys decide if I'm a good photographer or not. And mind you, I'm self-taught. I taught myself how to be a photographer. I didn't go to school for photography. I didn't go to school for media. I didn't go to school for how to listen to audio. What's the best audio? Modern headphones. These Sennheiser HD 280s are the best modern headphones when it comes down to doing podcasts, live streams, or editing my videos. I've been using them for a while. But before that, I had a lot of stuff stolen from me on my journeys as a photographer. I got a pair of headphones stolen from me. I got a laptop stolen from me. I got cameras stolen from me. Lenses stolen from me. I've been gun pointed twice. I got my drone taken from me. What else do you want me to do, mister or ma'am? As the panda photographer, I only could do so much. Now you guys may ask, why do you just go home? I don't. My home is where I want it to be. It's my choice. And yes, I can go home. I know that. But my real family knows me. My friends that I grew up with, they know me very well. But what he doesn't understand is that I'm still going through a process right now. That process for me right now is basically still going through some emotional state of losing my child. I'm a parent, just like he's a parent, or you may be a parent, or she's a parent. I'm a parent. But you have no right to go to other photographers. If you're watching this from Facebook, I'm doing actually a live YouTube stream now and on Facebook. So, but as I was saying before, you have no right to go about and says I'm not a family man. I'm more than a family man than you ever will be. Let me tell you that. You may love your child. I love my child more. Even though she's not with us to date, that doesn't give you a right to defamation my name, what I do as a photographer, or my identity. It's wrong. It's just like the same thing what YouTube is doing, playing favoritism based on who makes the most views, who is going to make the most revenue for us. I don't really care. As long as I have a community that I can share my thoughts and share my experiences with, I can absolutely live with that. I don't care if a million other people don't care for my content, but there's other 20, 50, 30 million people that would care for this content. If my content reaches 10 people, that's worth the satisfaction. That is worth giving someone the benefit of the doubt that I helped them, and it gives me the benefit of the doubt that it worked. Just to help one person. That's all you need to do. Now, take this with a grain of salt. You live one life. Why thrive on giving people so much hate for the wrong reasons? I don't understand why this person continues to talk so much bad mouth about me when I'm not even talking about him. I don't even communicate with them. Don't even do anything with this person at all. It seems like this person just doesn't get it. Just because you think you have a business and a house, you can buy all these camera gears. Dude, I was the same independent before you ever came along. I bought all these lenses, all this camera gear. So what makes you think you're high in money? Oh, I know someone from Nikon. I know someone from Sony. So do I. Doesn't mean anything. I'm the one that's getting actually products for free from people, companies that want to say, hey, we want to send you this. And most of the time I have to decline because I just don't have the luxury to do these reviews on these products And sometimes these manufacturers always ask for something in return that sounds a little bit unorthodox. I want to be my own independent person. I want to make my own independent review and be honest with you. Like Michael the Raven, he's a good example. He's a good mentor, a good reviewer, but camera companies do not want to send him cameras because he tells you about the cons and pros about everything. He dissects a camera and tell you what is wrong with it. And camera manufacturers do not like it. But recently, Olympus is sending him the new Olympus MX2, which is going to be amazing. I'm waiting for that review because most people might say Micro Four Thirds is going to die off. Micro Four Thirds is not going to die off. And this camera body is fully weather sealed. Better than Sony's, by the way. But that's the whole point, is that he gets hatred from brands because he dissects this. He's honest about his lifestyle and about what he does as a profession, as a YouTuber, as a photographer, as a videographer, as an influencer. I'm not trying to be that way. I'm not even trying to be close to that kind of on that level. I'm just trying to provide you a sense of morality about how I live in the real world. Everyone always wants to sugarcoat everything as if nothing bothers them in the world. Like today, I noticed a lot of students, and I was talking to a student at the university. She's Korean, and she told me one thing, like she feels a little bit misplaced. I told her, don't feel misplaced. I feel misplaced all the time, but you know what? What encouraged me to get up every day is to prove to people I can achieve better. Even if I fall or rise, I have to find a fine line between there where I can accept everyone as equals. But photographers today do not accept people as equals. It seems like there's a miscommunication here. There's always a hatred. There's always about, oh, you know this, you don't know that, you don't know this. A lot of people don't know this. I went to school for medicine and still don't know everything. That's the problem. We need to stop bigotry about what we do not know and try to think that whatever. We need to stop trying to think that we know everything when we don't know it. We are not scientists. We are not perfect people. We are human beings. Alongside there's tainted evil in the world, alongside there's wrong in the world, we will never be perfect. And people need to start living past that and live with the times. Meaning that people need to start giving it all. I'm sorry, I had you guys on one page. I need to see the comments. But I feel that when I'm working on my website, right? It's not a perfect website. It's a progress, okay? My website is a progress, okay? You know, I'm a one-man army. I only can do so much. When people try to bash my name, defamation my name, I can sue you. But I'm not even going to go do that problem. I'm already suing people for using my images and defamation of my character. It's a shame that I can't make a YouTube video without someone clicking the down button up it and not even watching it. Mind you, when you go to YouTube analytics, you can see where the traffic is coming from, where it's come from. You can dissect it. They can show you what locations. Now, I just wish people stop trying to pretend that I'm not worthy of a photographer. I'm well worthy of a photographer, and I'm gonna say this with a grain of salt. I think I'm one of the hardest travel photographers among others there is to come. I travel all the time to get the work done, and people still don't appreciate it. I do another different categories. I know I'm doing a lot. I'm doing too much, but you know what? I can handle that workflow because you know what? I'm good at it. Just looking at the Instagram really quickly. Just look at it. Just look. I'm shooting with Nikon recently. I'm editing some of my past photos with the Sony. Like, these numbers of these people don't lie. Yeah, 171 is like, it's better than 10. It's better than 5. It's better than 1. It's extremely better than 1. But when people like my images, it makes me happy. Why can you be happy for me? Why can't you just sit there and say to yourself that I'm a damn good photographer? I let you guys decide if I'm a good photographer. I don't go out there and say I'm a professional photographer. Just like recently, someone asked me, are you a photographer? And I like to play this joke. No, I do porn. And they're like, what? They didn't get the joke. Because there's actually photography and pornography. There's also videography and pornography. But they don't get the joke. But I'm like, yes, I'm a photographer. How much do you charge? I'm like, and and this is what I do. And it's not that I'm discriminating against people. When someone that doesn't have money come to me and say how much I charge, would you take photos of me and my girlfriend? I'm like, listen, I don't do free photos. Like, you can go to my website. I'm not going to give you my business card. That's going to be a waste of paper. And I know that you guys may say, like, well, you don't know what he has. Well, technically, I do. If you're around the person off and on, and you know what the person is doing on the streets, you know what the person do for as a job, you have to be honest with them and say, like, listen, you can't afford my prices. You're not going to afford me. So I'm not saying that I don't want to take a picture and anything like that, but I'm a person that's on his grind, like they say here in the States, on the grind. I'm on my grind. I'm trying to develop. I'm trying to make money to get a new camera. It's been difficulty to try to save money to get a new camera. No one respects that, like, I want a new camera because I want to continue to shoot. I want to continue to do what I can do as a photographer. Here's my Flickr. I just uploaded these recently, right? So what I did was I refreshed my Flickr. I took all the photos down and post all the new photos that I've been touching up recently. And you guys could go to my Flickr. It's actually 646 Studios on Flickr. So 646 Studios, Panda Photographer, all one entity. So, and for me to like put money, for me to put money into the art of photography, people have to understand, as an artist, this gear, the iPhone that's doing the Facebook stream, the light in that is lighting my face and giving me a hair light on the side here, that stuff costs money. It's not free. Let's be real with you. All this I paid for due to money from my pocket or from some that actually do like my work and help me get to where I am today. And I thank you guys. But the one problem that I'm having is that photographers now here's the issue. Photographers now that have sponsorship now think they're better than everyone else. But they forget the most valuable thing about who they are. You came from what we all came from at one point. So why not try to keep that alive, that originality, that respect for the art of photography? But people don't want to respect it. People always gotta have this. You have a right to have an opinion, but you don't have a right to defamation someone at all. When you don't have the proof, you don't have the claims, you don't have the statistics, you don't have the data. But when you text another photographer and another photographer sends me a message saying, hey, I'm kind of concerned about you, man. Another photographer was concerned about me, saying, why does this guy keep talking about you? Like, you're like the lowest low. Like, he's saying all these negative things about me. I'm like, let him continue. It shows him that he's not a part of this community. It shows him that he's a part of another community of trolls, of negativity. That discretion that he's trying to show me, he's just mad because he can't directly towards me, because if he was to say it, a lot of things would not go right for him. Let's be honest. And right now, this is one of the examples, and yes, I'm not saying the name of the person out of respect. But this is just an example of what I have to go through every single day. Not just from photographers, but from also clients. Like last year, when I was in San Jose, a woman called me for services. I went to meet up with a Starbucks. And the first thing she thought was she was meeting a Japanese French person. But she doesn't speak a word of French or Japanese or Korean, by the way. She speaks English and Spanish. And she said the two things that hurt my feelings the most. That, oh, I don't want to hire you because you look like someone that's going to rob me. Rob you? Your family might rob me with all my gear. That was. You can go back on my YouTube channel. It says "A Client from Hell." You can go back to that video, and you see what I had to go through. It's just. This is an ongoing process, ladies and gentlemen. It's never end. And Hugo says bye bye. See, like Hugo. Just because you dropped in here and you say bye-bye, you shouldn't actually listen to people. Instead of looking for subs, and that's another problem that I have on this platform. And I'm going to talk about it in a little bit. Okay? As a photographer, I have to go through this process. Now, look what recently I've been doing recently. Let me just explain on my Facebook. And you can see that I'm doing a live stream right now. But I'll talk to my Chinese friend, he's back in town. But people are liking the recent photos that I actually posted of my selfie of me doing a long exposure selfie. Now, take this with a grain of salt, everyone. When I originally edited this photo, it was just a post up on Instagram. Here's the things I learned about posting too fast on Instagram so people can see my work. I wanted to get as many likes and hearts and comments on Instagram. And the one thing I realized on Facebook as well is that I need to be patient with my photos. Then I decided to take the photo down and then wait till now, a year later, to add this photo. I have hundreds of photos in my folder, in my SSD. I have tons of photos that I can just like add. But what happens when I run out those photos? That's why I'm working really hard to get a new camera. And people are actually liking my work. Now, I've been with the Sony Alpha community for a long time. And people realize that I'm good at what I do. This guy made a comment earlier. Let me find his comment. Where is he? I'm trying to find. This guy has been following me, Alessandro. He's been following me. He keeps calling me the Sony God forever. I don't know why that is. I'm not a god. I appreciate the comment. And I do appreciate the fact that you sit up here and you call me a god because you love my work. And you think it's good. And I appreciate that. But I'm no god. I'm just Keiki. I'm just Panda. Most people call me Panda. Some people that really know my name, how to pronounce my name, is Keiki. Not Kiki. Keiki. Not Kiki. Once again, Keiki. So, and this is the love I kind of do appreciate, and I do appreciate that everyone's trying out to like my work. Look, I'm shooting with Nikon. You know, I'm shooting with the Nikon D7100, a camera that's been out for years. How old is that camera? Like 6 years now? And mind you, this was in the studio here at the University of Madison, Wisconsin. University of Madison, Wisconsin. I said 10 here at the university. And you guys might be saying, why did you go to Wisconsin in the first place? I'd rather get out of New York to deal with my legal situation somewhere else. And file it somewhere else that I know a place that I think is safe. But right now the weather is just brutal. It's cold. It's way below freezing temperatures right now. Everyone is hiding out. Everyone is buckled out. Look what I have on. This is not even my coat. Okay, my Columbia coat, that thing is amazing. The army heat keeps me warm. Plus, I have my scarf that keep my neck warm. I have this jacket that I cut up in a sleeve. I got my UW button. I got my Brooklyn Hook people button. That's my family. They're all my Japanese family. We're all a family. But you also are my family. But these are things that keep me warm. And these are things I drive. I bought a new laptop. Got a new laptop. I upgraded the hell out of the laptop. Then I sold parts. They keep me afloat. That's kind of disappointing. I had 32 gigabytes of RAM in this laptop. Now I'm down to 12. That shows you how much I have to sell things to keep me afloat, to pay for hotel fees or do what I have to do. People don't realize that I go through a financial issue when it comes down to legal stuff. Like, No one realizes that, and no one realizes that we all go through these issues, but we are such in denial about it that we want to show people a false image of what we are, and that's not what we are. We're not rich people. We are everyday working average people. The only rich people are the ones that don't want to pay their taxes. I pay my taxes fairly, and I respect paying my taxes, but I don't respect when people abuse the system and we use taxpayer money to build a fucking wall. Sorry, in this country, the president is being unreasonable, that he's stopping people from getting their checks and try to feed their families because he wants to build the wall. People like that it's bringing that negativity that's making us hate one another. It's making us fight among each other. It's wrong. It's just terrible. We have to look beyond that and say we can do better together if we fight and impeach this man. Seriously. Everyone around the world thinks that this president is just being a child, like a 12-year-old child crying about a fucking wall. What you can do is take that money, right? Half that money, not even $6.7 billion. That's how much it's going to cost to build the wall. He has already cost the government more than $6.7 billion on the government shutdown. This is day 34. If you guys haven't been paying attention, this is day 34. It's cost the government more than that because he wanted to build his wall. Maybe he should use his own money. Maybe he should just ask his rich buddies for the money. But his negativity is making us hate each other. Just like this photographer that is hating on me. He's trying to get people to hate on me for the wrong reasons because I refuse to listen to his poor advice. Your advice doesn't apply to me. That's why it's poor advice. It's not good advice. And there are other photographers that even said that you did the right thing because he doesn't understand your situation. You know what would happen if I would listen to some of his advice? I'd probably be in jail. I'd probably be doing something I was not supposed to be doing. I probably got both my passports taken from me and then get kicked out. He didn't realize that. But no, he took it upon himself to make it seem like he is righteous. As if he's the right person for the job. I'm sorry, guys. I'm talking. I'm trying to conversate with you and be transparent. But in these times and days, people are not being honest about who they are. Now, I feel that as a photographer, and I'm going to Lightroom really quickly here, guys. This is what I'm doing. I'm editing all these photos, some of my photos, 120 photos. That's not even the tip of the iceberg. I have over about 75,000 photos I need to go through. Yeah, 75,000. Mind you, the camera died because I took so many time lapse with it, hyperlapse with it, long exposures with it. And I'm grateful that I was able to work with a camera that actually surpassed its actuation shutter count. So I'm happy. I'm not a Sony fanboy. I just want a new camera. And I'm looking forward to something new, like a Nikon Z6. But right now I can't afford that. And I'm not asking for that right now. I can take an A6300 right now. I had to send back the IRIX lens because I wasn't able to review it. I did some B-roll shots of it, product shots with it. I talked about it, but I haven't even processed that video yet. I haven't even started editing the video yet because it's an E-mount. I mean, it's a Canon FE mount, and I don't have a Canon camera. And if I wanted to rent one, there's a policy, and I thought at one point that someone's going to loan me the camera, and I was told I wasn't going to be able to loan the camera because of a situation here that I'm going through. People want to use my images, and now I'm taken to court for what is rightfully mine. You marketing my images to market yourself for the city and for the university. I think you guys should pay for it. Let's be honest. I'm not contributing anything. Now I'm definitely not contributing. After I find out from another photographer that you guys have been doing this. I've been setting this up since April of last year. That's why I came back here in the summer to initiate the paperwork. Then went to New York. Then went to Vancouver to also do that there in Vancouver and Portland. I know exactly what I'm doing. It takes time to process these claims. Okay, copyright infringement is a terrible crime, and some people get away with it because they have money, and some people don't get away with it because if you proved the right source of material and data, that's your work, that's your photos, this is why I never give up my raw files as a photographer. Yes, in the past, I've been asked to give out my raw files. Are you that crazy? Just like what happened in New York in October. I did the Halloween party. And I trusted these people. I was like, okay, alright, I'll be waiting for my money. And at the end of the night, they were arguing about who's getting paid what and what was getting paid. And I knew right then and there I was going to get my money. So I started processing paperwork the next week. And oh yeah, I will be going back to New York to deal with that situation. And a lot of people in New York already know why I'm coming back to New York in the future. And now they're nervous. Don't be nervous now. You should never treat me as if I'm not worth your time. My photography and my life is not worth your time to play with. When I make content or I create magic, I like to call them photos magic. When I make magic happen. Hey David. So, by the way, I'm doing YouTube right now and Facebook. So, actually this is the first time I'm multitasking doing live streams on Facebook on the iPhone. So the Facebook live stream is on my iPhone. But when I'm creating magic, I want to create something special. And that's just, here's the thing, there's photographers out there that just want to be famous, and there's photographers that actually care about the art, the foundation of photography. And those photographers help strive and help bring in new photographers. The photographers that are all about making money, some of them do bring in community, and some just have the wrong intentions about the foundation. The foundation should be always ready for new potential, new artists. Don't corrupt the new artists or the new potential. Like recently, a couple of weeks ago, I met two young photographers here, and we are doing Instagram. And me and David Oyster was actually recommended him to get the A7R2 or A7R3, but he is low on the budget. So at that time, they had a super good deal on Amazon. A7 II for like, what was it, like $800? It's like, what? Brand new. I couldn't even snag that myself. I was trying so much. Now, I could have gotten it if I would have sold my beautiful gaming powerful laptop right here, but what would I add on? So I had to like try to do something, try to sell my photos on Shutterstock, and that's not working out either. That just completely stopped. The hold on that is completely dead. I don't know why people don't want to buy my images, or maybe I'm just having a bad spill. I don't know. But oh, I can't lose this walk-on pin. Almost lost it twice today at the UW. But yeah, it's just a pain for me right now to deal with all this negativity when I'm struggling. Now, mind you, before all this happened, guys, let's go back 2014, when I got into a car accident. Lost my sense of smell, got my teeth fractured, my jaw shifted. I was drinking heavily. Not beer, sake, soju, the most. Because I lost my daughter. I was really I was not terrified. I was also devastated. Really devastated. I wanted to punch everyone in the fucking face. That's how angry I was. I would curse out my parents. And then mind you, I'm adopted by a Japanese family that raised me. So I do owe them an apology. I always say sorry to them every time I try to talk to them. I even send them emails, even though I'm disowned. I even send them emails to see how they're doing. Even though they never return my emails, but recently they have came to my rescue in New York City with the legal stuff. So back in 2014, I decided to stop drinking. I didn't go to rehab. I didn't go to no AA program. I physically taught my mind. I trained my mind to stop what I was doing. Got back into photography really quickly. Now, keep in mind, I have a history with photography before that. I used to be an inline rollerblader. I used to be an amateur snowboarder. And I was good at it. A lot of inline rollerblades would tell you, "Oh, Keefy, Mr. Fishbrain, yeah, that dude was crazy." I let them tell you, let them say all the nice things about it, about me. And I stopped that because I can't really do that anymore. And it's not that I don't want. It's like rollerblading doesn't pay the bills. Let's be honest about that sport. Aggressive inline rollerblading never does pay the bills. You might get sponsorship, you might get free skates and free wheels and all that great stuff, but it doesn't pay the bills. But I was also, in school trying to do what I was supposed to do. Concentrate. Try to provide my family and try to pay back my parents. But in 2014, I just stopped drinking. So I decided to move to Paris for a little while, which I did. And that was cool. And then bad things happened in Paris. So I moved out of Paris and started traveling. Then I landed back into New York for some reason. And then that's when I decided to move to New York. And those 6-7 months living in New York, I decided, after that my studio was burnt and robbed, I said, F New York. New York has great people, don't get me wrong. But there's some bad people in that city that like to play games, mind games, mind you. It's a mind game. And I felt right into that, even though I went to school for neuroscience and psychology education. How did I fall for that? Because I want to love people. That's the problem. That's how I fell into it. I want to love people. I want to try to help people. And today, I still help people. For some reason, why do I do it? I'll tell you why I do it. I do it because it's the right thing to do. No one's going to force me to do all these stuff and all what I have to do. Sorry, guys. I keep forgetting that I just want to show you some of my photography so you guys have a better understanding where I come from as a human being that has been living on this planet for the last 38 years. It's been difficulty, it's been hard being raised by another family that's not my own. Being discriminated against so many times because of my status and how I look or my skin color. It's really embarrassing that people actually really still do this kind of behavior today. But I want to make sure that people, okay. But anyway, when I ask people to donate to my PayPal, okay, it's a donation, okay? And the reason why it's a donation, not a direct PayPal, is because 10% of that goes to a charity of choice that I select. So I'm not just feeding myself, I'm also trying to help other people in need too. So, and recently I haven't been getting a lot of donations. Actually, I haven't really getting any donations. And I want to really buy a new camera. But I also need to take care of myself first when it comes down to my medicine. And actually, how many pumps I have left? 98 pumps left. So soon, I gotta spend money on a new pump. See, I got 90, I'm not sure you guys can see, I got 98 pumps left. So, thanks to Lord Brian, another fellow rollerblader, and and a father of himself, he sent me this one when I ran out of cash, when I ran out of money, because I went on to financial legal stuff and bills and hotel fees and hostels and trying to, keep myself afloat. He and his wife sent me this, and I appreciate that because this means a lot to me. This device keeps my lungs up to par because without it, I'd probably be gasping for air really hard, and it hurts really bad. It's like, it's like your lungs are on fire and you cannot breathe, you can't control it. This, some strong stuff, tastes pretty bad, but it works. So if it wasn't for him, I probably would be out of it. But I also have a few other, people that I need to thank, like Rico. When a manufacturer, a lens company, want to send me something, I have my stuff sent to his address. I trust him because he's not just a family man, but he's honest. And here's the weird thing about this, ladies and gentlemen. I never met the guy in person. We always do live talks, and he's always asking me for advice about photography. He's always asking me, can you touch this up? Can you do this? I always try to give him advice, and he always try to give me some advice. And I take his advice more serious than the other guy's advice, because he is a family man of not just one child, but he also takes care of other people's children, in the daycare, him and his wife. So, and that's what I like about people. I like people when they care about their children, and I love children. I just hate when a parent doesn't pay attention to their child and their child doing something wrong, and then they yell at them, they curse at them. You're not gonna curse around your child around me. I know that's not my business to say, but I just don't. That's not how we're supposed to raise our children, our future. Our future is supposed to grow up to be better than us, to be wiser, less of the swearing, less of the language. Learn languages, not curse languages. I'm talking about languages. Learn Japanese, or Korean, French. Learn some Danish. Learn some Dutch. Some Greek. English is not the only freaking language in the world. Yes, it's the most popular word that most people want to speak internationally. But I realized that English is just one of those languages that it could be misleading, and it could be just like any other language. It could be misleading, and it could be helpful. But that's why I never brag about the languages I can speak. Like, for instance, like today, the Korean girl, Unga, she was like, they told me you speak Korean, why are you not speaking Korean to me? And I was like, oh, you want me to speak Korean to you? And then we had this conversation, and like this other Korean guy sitting behind him he's like, dude, there's another black guy in Korea, right? He's famous. I said, I know who you are. His name is Sam. Sam is a very famous black guy, another African black guy in Korea, and he's talented, smart, and he owns his own business there, and he's very, 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 he's been on television quite a few times. He's pretty famous, and he's one of those inspirational individuals that when I was younger, and I realized that in my early my late teens to my early 20s, this guy is what I want to be. Like, he loves Korea, just like I love Japan. Because if it wasn't for the Japanese people, I wouldn't even be here right now. I wouldn't be standing among you, talking to you, and having this conversation. It wasn't for my friends. It wasn't for the people I was raised around. Some of the people that come and raised in New York with, that I rollerblade with. Some. I wouldn't be here today. And that's where this photographer that was actually talking a lot of garbage about me and defamation in my name to another photographer. It's not the only time he has done this. And he's mad because I told him, you always give me bad advice and I don't take it seriously. Because you never travel the world, you stay in one place, and that's all you know. Don't take this personally, but stop messaging me about something that is not related to me. I got sick of it. Especially when I was actually in court, when he was texting me. I told him I'm in court right now. Please stop. Kept texting me like, you don't have to get an attitude. Dude, literally, you're not supposed to be on your phone in court. Have common sense. But note, he took it as if I attacked him. And ever since then, he told me to remove him from that. I removed him. Didn't message him. But I just feel like people need to understand one thing. You hating yourself. You're not hating me, really. You're hating yourself because you knew you were wrong. That's all. Just admit it. You were wrong and you hate yourself for it. Don't hate me because you see me post daily or that's garbage photo. I read the text messages. Oh, it's on the phone. I read the text messages. It's garbage? I want to see you touch up the way I do. Oh, that's right. You don't ever post your photos or your videography work or your work. You don't actually have a website, do you? You don't have an Instagram. Wait, you do, but you don't post. I post daily. So I can actually continue to share my art of photography with people and my experiences with people. Now, when I ask people to donate to my PayPal, I'm going to bring this up again. Alright, I'm not asking for $100, which I did get a couple of $100 before. That was pretty nice. I was like, yes! And buy me some ramen. Miso ramen. I'm a pescatarian vegan. So I only eat seafood. And I eat vegan. And I love vegan food. But it's so hard in Madison, Wisconsin to even find a really authentic vegan place. Because everyone around here eats freaking cheese curds, and pork, and meat all the time. Especially in the winter. This is why I come in the summertime to Madison. When there's a lot of food carts out on the street. Of all sorts of food. You got Thai food, you got monk food, you got Japanese food, you got Korean food, you got French, you got Mongolian food, you got American food, real American food, not junk food American, real American food. You know, you got a bistro, you got all these food carts here in the summertime, and you got all these events that happen. This is why I come here to make my money in the summertime. This whole summer, I didn't ask a single person to try to help me donate. Everyone was donating to me. So, oh, we love your work. Oh, we need to hire you for something. Okay. Here's my contracts. And as a photographer, I emphasize contracts, people. Contracts. So, I keep leaving this on one page. I do apologize. I'm sorry. I'm so stupid. Yeah, I'm talking to the Instagram. Sorry, guys. I'm like, because there's a camera there and there's a camera there. So, I keep forgetting. But right now, it's cold as heck outside. And I sold a bunch of gear to keep me in a hotel. Which is unfortunate, because now I need that piece of gear. I knew I was going to need it. I knew I was going to freaking need that gear today. But I sold it. Makes me feel stupid. But you know what? I know in my mind tells me that I'm going to get it back at some point in time, I'm going to get it back. It's a matter of time. So I'm not really disappointed, and I'm not really angry about how I live my life right now, because my life has been full of adventures, mind you. Let me just bring up the Instagram instead. Okay. Here's the Instagram. San Diego, San Jose, Madison, Wisconsin, China. Oh, look at this beautiful Django. Oh, Jiangazhou. Gotta keep remembering that. And I was just talking to my Chinese friend today because he just came back in town because he's attending university here as well. And me and him talk a lot. And oh, by the way, and you can see my beautiful face. Look, this is 10 years ago, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. School of Medicine. That was 10 years ago. 10 freaking years ago, and this is me now. That was a true accomplishment that I did. So I'm not angry about how my life turned out. But I am angry about that I could have done better as a parent to keep my... If I wasn't driving that night, I could have turned down one road. One road would have changed everything. I could have just made a right or a left. But no, I wanted to stay on the goddamn expressway. That was my fault. And that's why my parents and I are always angry now. Because Nami was the best part of us. Nami was special. Everyone loved Nami. My closest friends, even my friend Kieran here, was like, yo, dude, your daughter, man, she's smart as hell. Where'd she get that from? She didn't get it from me. She got it from her mother. Now, her mother committed suicide. And that's another topic, I guess, I need to explain, but she was cheating on me while I was going to school. And she realized that it wasn't a good thing. And I said, when I get home, we just talk about it. She, you know, she was seeing some fucking other... She thought the American guy was like... He sweet-talked her, too. Little douchebag. He sweet-talked her. I can provide better than him. Oh, you don't need a black... And mind you, he's Caucasian American. Not racist or anything. He called me a name. And she explained to me in the text message, showing me in the text message what he was saying, like, you don't want to go back to this. But she realized that I was providing for the both of us and our newborn. And then she took her own life. Now I had to be mother and father, but I had my parents to be grandfather, and I had Ayaka's parents to be grandmother and father too. It was hard on all of us, so we took it. And that's why Ayaka's parents I look out for. When I make a little bit of money like I did this summer, I send money back to them. I send money back to them and say, hey, you guys, I'm sending money to you guys. Because I know they get older and times are getting tough for them, even though Japanese people don't really retire. They don't. They don't retire. There's no such thing as retirement at 60. No, you retire when you hit 88 or 90. Boom. And even, Shino-san, she's a older woman that lives down the street from us. She's like 92 right now. You know what she does every morning? Wakes up at 5, 6 in the morning. She says bye-bye to the kids that walk to school by themselves. And she cleans the whole neighborhood. A few times I helped her, but she's like, I don't need help. You can go to work. Tells me to go to work. Because I'm young. I need to make money. And I need to provide my family. And she's right. I needed to provide my family. But you guys are probably wondering, are you going to make a new family? I don't know. I have no idea. I met Lady Leah. Man, she is amazing. Holy crap. Such an amazing person. She took a gamble. She even know. She's just like, hey, I heard you do portraits. And the thing is that we made an agreement. She doesn't like to really like show people her portraits, but I wanted her to make her look as beautiful as I saw her in person. Even though she's beautiful in person and funny as hell. But man, I had fun taking up pictures. Clayton Dewey, he's also another photographer here in Madison, Wisconsin. This is how I met Clayton Dewey. I met Clayton Dewey. One day I was sitting in Starbucks. This is like 2000. It was actually winter of 2015. No, yeah, winter of 2015. That March. And he was like, "What's up?" And like, you look. I see all your gear, man. And like, I see you with editing. And that's how we got to know each other. Then I came back and did a little piece on him. And since then, we've been connecting ever since. I took his portraits with his Nikon camera, by the way. He let me borrow his camera and his lighting, which he's using the Einstein E640s. He let me borrow his lighting. And these are the pictures I have taken of him. But he really likes this one. Because I told him that red really separates him from that background. And I think I really like the red. I thought I liked the orange. I thought I liked the orange, but I was like, the red, it just gives the image more dynamic pop. And Kakisha, beautiful Russian, beautiful model New York. and probably the only person I've ever want to take photos in New York, other than a couple other friends. But I started retouching her photos up again, and this is this is like all my results, ladies and gentlemen. I do good work. I think I do good work. So, and this is Madison, Wisconsin, December 25th. Right there. Right before the camera took a dive in a donkey on me. Yes, the camera died after taking photo of this beautiful winter. I took a bunch of other winter photos too, and that was on Christmas Day too. So yeah, like this was taken with the micro lens, ladies and gentlemen. Micro lens. Now you may not think a micro lens is something that you would do street photography with, but if you are educated in the art of understanding what lenses can do, a micro lens is very versatile. So why not take advantage of using the micro lens to do it the best you can? And this is San Jose. This is somewhere in Canarsie, Brooklyn, New York. That golden hour was just magnificent. So, and this is what I'm talking about, everyone. That this is why I like to travel. There are so many things you can take photos of. And there are so many images you can make money off too when Shutterstock. Now, right now I'm going through a little case with 500 pics from that incident back in 2017. I'm still going to court for that because that doesn't make sense. Look, I like long exposures. Now, this is 0.8 seconds f11. So you guys will probably be saying, how do you know all these settings, how to take the image? Trial and error. I sat in the spot for about 45 minutes taking a picture. Now, there's a bus every like 8 minutes until I got the shot that I wanted. And I was like, yeah, I know what I'm going to do with this image. Now, raw, it looks weird. Let me show you what it looks like raw. Let's go find it. So you guys have a better understanding what I have to go through to order to get the images. Oh, okay. There it is. What's in develop mode? I mean, blah. So this is the image right here. And check this out. This is the raw image. Let me reset it completely so you guys can see how trash it looks. Look, see, that's the raw file. This is why I like shooting raw, ladies and gentlemen. Gives me the flexibility to do a bunch of things to my image. That's how it looked, and this is the final result. So is this even a bad thing? No, this is why I like photography. I can create magic every single time. So that's why I'm not saying you guys should just do photography. Oh, this is my buddy SQ. Say what's up, SQ. Now let me show you this image, how this looked like before. Oh, you guys are gonna be very, very surprised. Okay. I didn't even process this image at all in Nick Collection. I did everything in Lightroom. Check this out. Boom. Oh, so dark. You underexposed the photograph. Why did you do that, Keiki? That's not me. That's the Sony camera. This is the SLT camera with the translucent light. I mean, translucent mirror. That's what happens. You lose a stop. You lose either a stop and a half of light. So you have to either overexposure shot or underexposure shot. But it happened, and then I just decided to recover it and let this slow up. Not too shabby, right? For recovering it for an underexposed image. Not too shabby, right? So I did a pretty damn good job recovering that photograph. So this is Mickey. She's a young lady that I'm very interested in now. We've been kind of talking. I like her. She's a very beautiful girl. She knows I have a crush on her. I think she's beautiful. She's from Kyoto. And Kyoto women are so beautiful. Yes. There's a lot of young girls in Osaka. Not really looking for the young ones. She's young, but she's educated, she's smart, she's a makeup artist, she's also a photographer herself. And her hair, oh my god, her hair is amazing. Long, really long. I love that natural beauty. She's such a good, cool person and a good friend, so if I need to talk to her, I talk to her. And I'm doing videography work, meeting people, you know, going back to Japan. I went to the Photo Plus this year. Went back home for a little bit, which was kind of cool. I ate a lot. As you can see, I ate a lot. And I had to post this because people kept asking me, I can help you with your portfolio. You cannot help me with my portfolio. Sorry, I already have a portfolio. It's called Instagram, Flickr. It's called my website. It's called Facebook. It's like, and I had to stop. I had to post this up, but parties, I like this moment with this guy's like, bring it on, make the music louder. It was great. So I have good times as a photographer, a traveler, and these are the moments that no one cannot take away from it. No one can take this moment from me at all. You could try to, but it's a little bit too late for it, because guess what? It already happened. It's already in my mind, taking these beautiful pictures. So when I travel around everyone, you guys probably want to know, I stayed at the High International Hostel Inn. It's an organization abroad and in the States and Canada and all over the world. Okay? They have locations, and I'm a member. So I get to stay at these places for, you know, I don't get taxed. I get to stay for a little bit cheaper, and it saves me money all the time. But this is New York. This hostel was a little bit crazy, a little bit unorthodox, a little bit. It was just too much going on, and the check-in time took like freaking 2 hours. So like, whoa, like normally check-in is supposed to be at 1 o'clock. Why did I not check in till like 4 o'clock in my room? And then it was just weird. And then I got my Rode microphone stolen. Actually, not stolen. Sorry, it got broken. The lavalier microphone. You know how much those lavalier microphones for the Rode cost? It's like $200. But this is Khan. When I was at the Portland hostel, same thing. International hostel. This is the Portland location. I met him in Portland like years ago. This is Diana. She used to work there as well. She was such a good friend. She knew when this is the thing about the hostel. When they see me on that list, oh, Keiki's coming back. Sushi party. They know I'm all about the sushi. And I like to treat good people when I have it, and it's good. Look, I meet celebrities all the time. Juju for the Beatnuts. If you don't know who the Beatnuts are, if you don't know who if you listen to hip hop, you don't know who the Beatnuts are, kind of slap yourself one time in the face, please. Just do it. Here's Paul. Paul's a homeless man that I took a portrait of, and his eyes are just gorgeous. The reason why I wanted his photo because he had that look that I wanted. He had that look that I was looking for. And I'm sorry for Facebook audience that can't watch it. I really do apologize for you guys. But this is very important that I need to share this on YouTube as well. But I forgot when I took this picture. I still can't remember. Ooh, me flying back from New York. Let's see here. Me flying again. Yeah, I like to fly a lot, but now recently in TSA domestic, they like to mess with my camera gear. I have to take everything out of my bag and put it in a bin. That is painstaking to take all that out. So basically, the rules is anything larger than a cell phone has to come out. The lens can stay in its lens case, but they will open the lens case. I just don't trust TSA because they don't know how to handle that type of gear. They just throw it in a pen and and the way they broke one of my lenses is just unorthodox. and TSA needs to be very extremely careful. And recently, another photographer friend, she got her suit stolen. She went to a photography convention and then they stole her suit. It's a very expensive suit, and they probably knew what it was, and they stole it. My best friend Tech and Juju from the Beat Nuts. The Beat Canucks. If you guys don't know who the Beat Canucks are, again, if you don't understand hip hop, again, this is all of us, Brooklyn Hood and the Beat Canucks. That's why you see the logo of the badges here. These are all our badges. I got it on my Pelican case. I got it on my laptop. So we got T-shirts. So I meet celebrities, famous DJs, artists all the time. This is the Low Living Crew. These are nothing but artists. So, and this is what I do as a travel photographer. Take moments in time and go out there and take beautiful pictures. I still try to find these girls because I really want to share these photos with them. But I can't find these girls. I'm trying to ask people if anyone can find these girls for me, guys. I really want to share these photos because it's important that I share these moments. Because these are special moments for photographers and for people. And I don't mind sharing my JPEGs with these lovely girls that ask me to take a portrait of them. They look gorgeous, by the way. Very gorgeous. Don't you guys agree? Very beautiful. Yeah, just people, DJs, birthday girl, you know, throwing parties. I like this photo because he's like, you can't get this mic, lady, because I'm on it right now. And I have my beer, so it's time for me to freestyle. It was a good night that night. This was at the Project Parlor in Brooklyn. So, this is an intimate moment right here. I'm using the roll grid, 3-in-1 grid system. And this is in Project Parlor, mind you. And I'm using a speed light to capture this moment. And it's like moments like that you can't take away. This is why I love the art. This is why I loved doing what I do. And this is when I got the new laptop. Try to calibrate it. I even changed the display screen on it. The display itself cost me almost $200 to upgrade it to a 4K display. Like, because the 1080p display, the colors is just inaccurate and terrible. Ugh. Ugh. It's like, yeah. So, but yeah. Me doing concerts here in Madison, Wisconsin. You know, taking photos of the bands. I like this photo. So, yeah, I met this ransom girl. Like, oh my God, why Joanna or Joa? I just met. She just ran into me. Like, can you take a picture of me? I'm like, sure. And I shared it with her. So, yeah, just meet random people all the time and take moments. If you guys want to see, yeah, this is when I lost the passports and I got the new ones. So I got new passports. Me in the Madison Hostel, me in Chicago. See here. Me got caught in the rain. Me taking pictures of, you know, the parades. Let's go back to this parade. Look at how many people that is. Like, me smack down in the middle of it, taking pictures. It's a great time. This is why photography is a great career to get into. Or if you want to just do it as a hobbyist. It's a great format. And a great, one of the word I'm looking for. A great category, skill set to have. Because if you're, say if like your little brother, your sister, your grandparents had a moment or a birthday party, you know how to take some really nice photos, and they will love your photos. So don't be afraid to capture moments. But yeah, so but if you guys want to support what I do, the PayPal link is down in the description below. It does really help me out, so I really do appreciate it. But you know, I just needed to talk about the situation ahead, about the photographer defamation to me, and continue saying bad things about me. And like, this is what I like to do. I support learning education programs. Like this young lady, here. I support learning. Everyone should learn a little bit of a different language. Please do. It's important. And yeah, it's very important to share. And meeting my friend Paul, he's Chinese. He's the Chinese friend I've been telling you guys about that I've been talking with him. I met him at the hostel this past summer, and we connected. We hanged out for a little bit. I helped him with a housing problem. See, the thing was that I used to rent from the same housing company or landlord, and I told her I sued her. Me and my family sued her for defamation, and we won. And as soon as we went to the office, she said, "Oh no. You know him? Oh no, we're gonna send you back your deposit." He got his deposit back because she was trying to withhold his deposit. Not only that, I didn't know that she was charging international students 3 months security, 3 months rent. That's illegal. But you're charging a domestic student 1 month rent, 1 month security? Yeah, I'm definitely going to get his security deposit back. She doesn't like me very much, because she knows she's wrong. So I helped him out, and that's how we met. He was at the hostel, and he's like, "Oh yeah, if you're a former student, you're part of the ISS program, maybe you can help me with a housing issue." The landlord's trying to keep my deposit. She's trying to say that basically he tried to damage the thing. So we went to the apartment. I took video for him of the apartment. And I always try to educate people that travel to the States. Document everything when you move in and when you move out, because these landlords can try to jip you and try to rip you off and try to claim that you destroy their property. So, my man, this is Cheyenne. He's a software engineer in New York. He's from Pakistan. Cool dude. We had sushi together before I left New York as well. Like, this is farmers market. Like, oh, Savvy Assets. She's from France. She's from what part of French? What part of Paris? Oh shit, I forgot. But she's French, and she lives here. And whoa, she has some really good spices. Woo, some really good spices. I like spice. But yeah, this is just me taking pictures and do what I do. See, look, 2 cameras all the time with me. A7R and the A77 too. I'm ready. I got the micro lens on one. I got the 18 to 35. So I got the best of both worlds here. I can take portraits and long, like telephoto. Not really on a full frame, but you know, you get what I'm saying, right? But yeah, I do double exposures too. So if you guys are wondering, yes, I do double exposures. This is why I just want to let you guys know that I'm just good at what I do. See, like, it was great times, like traveling and being part of something important. And I think being a part of the YouTube community and the photography community, it's so important to share experiences. But this is when my film was actually presented at the film festival, Japanese Film Festival. Yes, I do have a film about homelessness that happened in Portland, a documentary. So me looking on Street Feet, I like my bow ties. I really do love my bow ties, and I love my fedoras, but I don't wear fedoras anymore because another photographer just he just makes fedoras look whack now, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, at my film festival, I get strange haircuts. Like, I get something that no one else gets, so I can stand out from the crowd. And it's not that I want attention, it's that I do want to emphasize that I want to be different from everyone else. Yes, that's a tripod and a ball head in the back of my book bag. I'm ready to shoot and ready to go. That's when I'm doing like street photography or long exposures. So yeah, I'm ready to go. See, meet people that support communities and Black Lives Matters, that sort of thing. The art gallery that is around Madison. So when I come to Madison, I have an art booth. I did at that year had an art booth So it was fun. So try to sell my prints. That's how I'm able to sell prints. Look at that. Oh, I missed that lens. Oh. I'm sorry guys, I hit the microphone, but I really missed this lens. This is the A mount, 70 to 300 on an E mount using a Sony LA3E adapter, and I really missed this lens. That was my best telephoto lens ever. Best telephoto lens ever. That thing got the reach. And man, I miss it. Me in Portland, Skyline, somewhere in Portland, I was doing like hanging out with a girl named Laura, and like doing a midnight picnic on a summer night in Portland. It's pretty cool. Doing astrophotography, light painting, Utah. It's like Grand Canyon. Back in Paris, native. The Lone Tree, and this is somewhere near Manchester. I can't put that, but it's in North England. So, the Pagoda, Pangolia. Yeah, got some nice images of that. Me doing a wedding. I mean, not wedding. Graduation. Sorry. Graduation. During graduation. Just like getting some B-roll. Trying to get a little shot. You know. Got the micro lens on there. So, yeah. You can see the little setup right there. Like, I was pretty happy with that slider. I still have the slider over there. But, so, yeah. I have moments, guys, that photographers and anyone that's bad cannot take away from me. These are my moments. This is my art of photography. This is what I do. And oh yeah, just in case to let you guys know, I told you guys earlier in the live stream, if you guys are still in here. Okay, good. So, I used to be a rollerblader. This was taken back in 2012, and it was right when the springtime was warming up. Actually, right about about 20. And I wanted to skate, and I was a really good skater. And I'll show you some video right now if you guys want to see it. I'm gonna try to mute the. Yeah, see, I don't think I can play that music though. I don't want to be copyrighted. Yeah, I don't want to be copyrighted. Yeah, but yeah, look at SQ again. Look at him. Eat away, my man. Eat away. Just eat those nuts. Because I got that nice little bokeh in the background. But yeah, this is back home in Osaka. Got a nice shot of that. Osaka again. Yeah, beautiful moments. Yes, I know a couple police officers here in Madison. So these ladies are really nice. Like, yeah, I need that pictures. This is here. Yeah, so this is Finn, everyone. Finn is a bad cat. He's smart, but he knocked over my vegan pizza. And like basically I left the pizza on the top of the counter. I woke up the next morning, the pizza was on the floor. I'm talking about the whole half of the pie was on the floor, and him and Izzy act like nothing happened. Izzy's just another cat. I was like, really? Okay, guys. You guys already ate for today. Okay. You guys can have that pizza. This is Sean. Another brother from Africa. Dude smokes so much pot. I was like, dude, you gotta stop smoking that. Like, too much. He goes, dude, this is what makes me feel alive. He's very hyper, very cool though. But he beat up a guy that was trying to steal my camera in San Francisco for me. So I gave him money to go buy some pot. I was like, he's like, no, brother, I got you though. You don't have to do that. I was like, no. I treat you. He goes, word, let's go. And he took me to like Golden Gate Park and showed me his white girlfriends. He likes white women. I don't know, something about him and white women. But yeah, content, pictures. So yeah, I have moments, guys, and I just don't want photographers to take that moment from me. So yeah, I just feel that I needed to share this experience and what I'm going through every day and what I'm battling every day. It's a pain, and it's a pain for me to like keep this within in. The reason why I also made this live stream is for the simple fact is that, let me make sure this audio is still working. Okay. By the way, this live stream is in 1080p. So, and by the way, I made a live stream the other day, a video about how to get 1080p. What I didn't show you guys was that if you go in here, you can change the FPS. So I have it at 30 FPS at 60 sample, sharpen it. You can see 1920 by 1080, 1920 by 1080. You can go ahead and change it to 60p if you want, but I just want to show you that you guys that. But anyway, the reason why I also made this live stream is because if I didn't make this live stream, I would have been very upset, and I've been very angry, and I probably would have just went ape shit, because I get angry quite a bit, because I just don't like when photographers try to hurt other photographers for the wrong reasons. But I appreciate everyone that sat here and watched this video, and I do appreciate it, guys. I really do. I don't care if it's like 5-6 people that watched the video. I don't care. I really don't. So it's just like, this is just me, and if you guys accept me for who I am, I do appreciate it. I do appreciate that you guys took the time out to visit me, and you know, sat through this, what is it, 90-minute, almost 90-minute video explaining what situations I have to go through, and the process of dealing with the mayhem and the bullshit of photographers. It's just, yes, it does take a toll for me mentally, because I'm not a bad person. I'm not a criminal. I don't have a record. You know, I stay out of trouble all the time. I just want people to respect who I am. And I want people to do the same for you guys as well. And it's like me doing activist work. And it helps me grow. Just because my content is a mixture of mostly photography stuff and the product stuff, but excuse me. If it wasn't for any of you guys being here, I wouldn't be here today doing these continued live streams, even though YouTube's algorithm kind of sucks right now. But it's also subscribers. And the reason why I say subscribers is because recently I've been getting a lot of subscribers, and then they unsubscribe because they want subscribers to hit that 1,000 subscriber mark. But you have to realize that YouTube is not going to monetize your channel right away. It's a process they have to evaluate. They look at what you're doing. Have you realized that they see you subscribe? Do you unsubscribe for someone? Why are you doing that? Okay, we're not gonna monetize you right now. We're gonna wait. They can push you back just for doing something like that. That's right. You didn't know that, did you? You also didn't know that you can't go to my channel, click on a video just to hit the subscribe button. That hurts me and view counts. Why you say that? Let me show you why. Let me bring up my analytics on the last video I just posted. You might have seen it when I start this live stream, how my view is just terribly. Actually, no, not even gonna bother. I'm gonna actually explain what's going on. So this is what's going on. You see the average view duration? That video was this is like an example. This is how long people don't watch the content. even when I make a 6-minute long video, people don't want to watch it for 6 minutes. Are you really that mind lazy to actually lazy to enough to not listen to what I have to say to help you? OBS, you want to become a better YouTuber, but you refuse to listen to my tips of how I'm doing this right now. How is that even plausible? How can you justify your behavior? For some of you YouTubers that are just want subs, it's a bad thing to ask for subs in the first place. But to sub to someone and then you unsub after I sub you back, after I watch your content, a few of your videos, you unsub, YouTube sees that. It says, no, we're not going to monetize you right now. That's what happens. I've been monetized before the whole monetized apocalypse happened. That's why I stayed in that number. Now I'm not trying to grow I'm not trying to grow 100,000 subscribers. That would be nice, to be honest. That would be nice. But what would be nice if I could get paid better from YouTube, meaning that YouTube would show my content to more people instead of like filtering out what they want you to see. That's YouTube. And I know YouTube is a business now. It used to be a broadcaster yourself. Remember when YouTube used to be about broadcast yourself? It's not about that anymore. So I can look at where the traffic is coming from. I can actually see what devices, the traffic source, locations. It gives me everything I need to see. Demographic. So if you go back to traffic source, right? Go to plan. Let's go to the United States. Check this out. California. This is how I know people are doing such bad things to the channel. It can pinpoint how many people and what location. IP, it just shows how many people will pop up. It would say, oh, you got a viewer from LA, Los Angeles that watched your video, or San Francisco. But it just shows a number. But this is between December 27th to the 23rd. So, oops. Let's go back to this. Hey. What are you doing? What are you doing? Alright. I just wish that my subscribers and more of you that are watching this later will understand that you can't unsubscribe to a subscriber after, because it will hurt you. It will show that you're not being a very good creator on the platform. I even tried to get some advice yesterday on another live stream with a nice couple, telling how to actually, if you're going to be logging for your iPhone, please shoot in 1080p, 60 frames a second. Get a stabilizer. It only costs like $100. Get a smooth Q. It's less than $100. Put that camera, put your phone on a stabilizer, and log with it. And you know, don't just hit record, because the on camera features on your phone are crap. I use ProMovie to log all my footage. It's an app. It gives me the flexibility to change ISO, shutter speed, not the aperture, but gives me flexibility to change the white balance. All this other, I made a video about that. If you just go to my channel, let me bring it up for you guys so you guys can see it. See, I just lost 2 subscribers for some reason. Pro movie. Oh right, it's right there. Look, 2 of them. I did a 2.0 and I did the first version. This one got 50,000 likes, but it's in the 200. What is it? This video I think it has 283 likes. I'm not going to click on my own video to show you guys, because that's also hurts your channel too. So yeah, I'm not even going to do it. But I just wanted to show you guys. This is the channel. This is what you see when you go to my channel. So popular uploads, past live streams, my travel logs, videos that I like from other channels, H3, I'm not a big fan of this kid here because he's an idiot. And created playlist, basically watch later, gaming, audio tracks, stuff like that. So try to keep it simple, easy to navigate, and like my descriptions, it's basically tells you about the channel, tells you about me, and then it tells you that please do join me by subscribing and commenting on the content. And if you want to support the channel, the PayPal link is in the descriptions. In the descriptions of each video, and even in this live stream right now. Every live stream I do, every content in it, the PayPal link is always there. And it does help me out. Helps me get me some vegan food, which is really hard in winter. Or helps me helps me do what I can. Travel, or deal with the bullshit during the day. But I don't want to go on too long about all this, but I just want to share that, and I feel better now that I got this all out, because earlier I was angry when I was setting this up. I was angry while I was setting my microphone. I was like, hurry up so I can do this. And like talking to myself, angry because I can't believe I keep getting messages of this person trying to get other photographers to hate me by telling a nasty lie. Did nothing wrong to you. All I was said was stop offering me bad advice. Period. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm saying. Your advice has been negative. Even my lawyer was like, that's a bad advice. Even Yuki, my ex-wife, I've been married twice. I kind of Yuki. Even Loretta text message like, why is he giving that kind of advice? Does he even understand your situation, your status? I keep telling him all the time. He keeps forgetting. But he always like to say, and we all said this. Why do you keep saying this is America? Deal with it. This is the world we live in. Doesn't matter what country you're from. This is the world we live in. It's unfair. And we have to look, and it might be unfair, but we gotta live with it. And I do live with it. I'm living with it right now. I suffer too. I suffer a lot, and I'm living with it. But that's what happens when you have too much time in your hands, too much money, and you don't know what to do with it, and you like to buy stuff and you show off, as if you like some. Listen, if I ever become a famous photographer, I know exactly what I'm gonna do. It's always been my plan. Open a community center for other photographers and help them. I won't be like Jason Benaire. I won't charge a leg and an arm for my workshops. Hell no, that's just crazy. Basically trying to tell me I have to give you my month's rent to go to your workshop? Is it worth it? Some people say it was not worth it. Some people said it was. I don't know. But I won't charge that ridiculous price. Sorry. No. You guys probably say, but how are you going to make your money? I make my money off my clients. Professional clients. They want portraits. They want private photo shoots. Bouquet. They want fashion shoots. Yeah, that's what I make my money. Live concerts. Private parties. Yeah. But my community center will be for children. It would be for you. That's just a dream I have. And I dream about it a lot. I kind of daydream about it too much. So, but, yeah, that's just me. Why is it playing the same song? Go to the next song. Why is it doing that? No. 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 Alright, that's weird. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching so much. I do appreciate it, everyone that's tuned in. I really have to go because I gotta go to the bathroom now. I gotta pee. I've been drinking a lot of water today. Oh, by the way, don't drink too much water. You can't get water poison. Just to let you guys know that. But if you guys want to support what I do, there's a PayPal link in the descriptions below. It really does help me out, ladies and gentlemen. But with that said, everyone, Thank you for tuning in. I hope you guys like this little library setup. I like this wall. I really do. I like this room. I don't like 209. 209 is just like, I like 201. But I like the history room. But I can't get my hands on the history room anymore. I don't know why. But with that said, and I got a bunch of people walking by like, whoa, this guy's live streaming in the library. Like, hey, that's what the study rooms are for. But with that said, everyone, thank you for supporting. If you do donate, I do appreciate it. But I will talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.